Hey guys, this next feature, I think you're going to enjoy. You know why? Because this feature does have one feature that other versions just do not have. Two Supermen for the price of one! Wow, I am the best artist. And you let the world know about it too. Anyway, yes, this is Superman, brought to us by Taito of 1988. I don't know about you, but let's have some fun with this. And there is the only time you'll actually see Clark Kent. And of course, in Superman, you play as Superman. Or should we just call him by his other name, Sunman? Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah, his Sunsoft name is Sunman. Taito, we just call him Superman. Yeah, Superman doesn't answer to nobody. Superman is probably the greatest and iconic character in comic book history. I mean, how can you not say you don't love Superman? I mean, look at this. I mean, there has been various versions of this game. I mean, various versions of Superman. Not in just comic book form, but I mean in game format. The only one many gamers just do not like is Superman 64. Because the game, I don't know why, but it's like, it just don't work. It's like it was bullshit in a can. Bullshit in a can. Oh yeah, I forgot I got laser vision. And they actually remember that part from the movie. Which is, can you read my mind? I can pretty much say this. I loved watching the Superman movie. The only one I feel that, to me, I didn't mind part one and part two. Because those were the only ones that mattered. Superman Returns was, at one point, it did make me cry. Just Superman come back like, no. Actually hearing a theme song and still seeing Christopher Reeve's name in the lyrics, that made me cry. But such the hate. I mean, what did Superman do just to get that kind of hate? This game is pretty short, so mind you. To San Francisco! So you can punch and super kick their nuts. Wow, you can super kick their nuts. Wow, that's just awesome. That's how badass he is, kids. He will super kick your nuts. And it wouldn't really matter. But yes, like I said, how can you not like Superman? The only ones that I could say were detestable was the one that came out by Kemco for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And it didn't even have a theme song. I mean, even the Japanese version had the theme song, but still. Just to say, just by saying, oh, well, this is how we think. Well, this is how we think the people about how we pay tribute to a, a DC superhero. We give him a shitty ass theme song. That's right, we give him a shitty ass theme song. Now the one on Genesis, it was pretty good, considering that it was somewhat close to the Taito version, except that the layout was different. Plus, it provided more of a challenge. Yeah. I'm gonna super kick everybody in the nuts. That's right, I'm super kicking everybody in the nuts. Or in the shin, or it's gonna be in another region. Or not, you're gonna get super punched for it. The original Falcon Super Punch. And time to start firing my lasers again. Because why not? Like I said, I didn't mind the first two Superman movies. The other two, they were just shit. I'm talking about 3 and 4. Yeah, that's right. So personally, I didn't see no real use for making that many Superman movies. I mean, I would have been fine if they put closure behind Superman 2. Because Superman Returns, I don't know why, but just that movie, it was like, why the fuck are you back? It's like, oh, well, we don't need a Guardian anymore. Even though the guy who actually did the new Superman, Brandon Routh, he kind of he really didn't mess himself up. If he only kept his sexuality behind closed doors, he would have been fine. No, you just had to screw yourself over and make yourself America's most hated celebrity by saying you're gay. But such is life. To Las Vegas! And Superman looks super pissed. But I digress. Superman does look super pissed, doesn't he? The Golden Casino, otherwise known as Circus Circus. $4.39 for Paradise? Really? 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. 12 to midnight. Really? Wow, that's back in the day, alright. That's the 80s, alright. Nothing says hot, cheap sex like $4.39. It takes and $1 for each additional minute. Wow, that's 80s for you, man. That's 80s goodness right there. Batman, what are you doing here? Oh wait, you're not Batman. But why are you wearing his clothes? And why does it feel like I'm fighting the entire rest of Justice League? I mean, look at it. This guy look like the Flash. This guy looks like he's Booster Gold. It's like I'm fighting Flash clones or something. I mean, yeah, it's like I'm fighting Flash clones and then... And it seems like Superman has a Mega Buster. I mean, is it just me or that's what it feels like? I'll super kick you in the nuts, man. 'Cause I'm Superman, damn it. Punch you in the face, you little bastard. No, I'll do it. You know why? 'Cause I'm the motherfucking Superman. That's right. If Batman is the goddamn Batman, I'm the motherfucking Superman. Fucking bastards. I'm fighting, I don't know what the hell, but I'm fighting more of these Justice League clones who won't leave me the fuck alone. I don't see why, but really. Casino, not casino, casino. Oh yeah, let's go to the casino, not the casino. Yeah, I'm rather amused myself that we are in the casino instead of the casino. Wow, really? People in Vegas really can't spell casino? Or anybody who has ever lived in Vegas notice that every casino or gambling joint they ever went to says casino, spelled C-A-S-I-N-O, not casino. I mean, really? there's so many things I do enjoy about Superman. I mean, he's like Captain America because Captain America always fought for truth, justice, and the American way. And right now, that's what we need. We need somebody to actually stand up for that. Actually, we need to be like Captain America. In all the sense of the word, we need to be like Captain America. If we can't be like Superman, we can always be like Captain America or have his virtues. Washington, D.C. in the 1980s. And everybody will get super kicked in the nuts. Oh yeah, I said it. Everybody will get super kicked in the nuts. Because I'm the motherfucking Superman. And my partner is the goddamn Batman. No, get out of here, Green Goblin. Or maybe that might have been Martian Manhunter's clone or something. I'm not putting past anything about this, you know. Because really, I just don't. I just don't see it. I just don't see the point in why everybody has to look like somebody else. Could it be any worse? Yeah, possibly can. See, everybody getting super kicked in the nuts. He gonna fly away because he's not gonna take a chance. He's not wearing a cup. We shall not have no comic wars. No, thank you. I haven't even touched on Spider-Man now. So first it was Captain America. But I'm not going to touch on Spider-Man. Because really, they ain't worth it. Now get away from America's capital. Sunman! You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, Sunman was like this. Sure, because it was actually played just like, you know, it played just like the Superman arcade game, which I'm playing now. I mean, if you don't believe me, find a ROM site. If you have an emulator, a Nintendo emulator, play Sunman, and then try to compare it with the Superman arcade game, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see exactly what I mean. But yeah, if I have offended anyone during this broadcast of Comicame concerning comic books, I'm sorry, and please get over it. I mean, as an enthusiast in games and nerddom alike, you know, like I said, I do read comic books, but I don't read the ones that everybody else reads. And I don't really follow storylines and whatnot. Even though I'm a writer myself and I make my own storylines. What I feel should should matter is that if you enjoy the series, then that's all that should matter. It only gets too far when in which you start saying, "Oh, well, I don't like this guy because of what he's done to the character." Trust me, there are plenty other people out there who can do a lot worse with one character. That's the problem with that's the problem with you know the fan base of many a comic of a comic book series. Too many expectations, too many of this and that. Like, well, I wish he did this and I wish he did that. Don't you think they got it? Don't you think they got enough on their plate? Instead of trying to, the spaceship. Instead of trying to, stand up to saying, oh well, to those who aren't, very unhappy. I mean, the readers, yes, it's because the readers that they stay in business. You guys buy their comic books, you're helping them. You're actually helping the entire side and their families get some income. It's lagging a bit, but not too bad. Only because at this time of night, updates are coming in. Well, if I were to put Superman into two entities, I would say he's part Hercules and part Samson. Hercules because his power is godlike, and Samson because he has a weakness, and the weakness is kryptonite. Or rather, he can also be called Achilles. Like I said, when they slow down a bit, when it slowed down a bit, it's just because I got these updates coming in, and they're really important that they show up. And you're probably thinking, what am I going to show next after this? Wouldn't you like to know? But that's my take on it. That's my take on fan bases. Even though I have said a lot during my Captain America and the Avengers Arcade run, I'm saying just a tiny bit here. I mean, just because it is a comic book, don't get so anally redundant that, you start to lose your sense of reality. I mean, after all, it is just a story. You take it out of context, then you make it something entirely different. And when you get that way, you start to drive many people away. So it's not good. So don't try it. There's a line between passionate and then just being a fanatic about it. There's fans and then there's fanatics. I mean, in June I go to not June, July. In July I go to AX. When I'm in the game room, you can I all I do when I'm in there is I actually sit around a group. I sit around a group. We're all playing this one game. We're all taking turns, right? We're all taking turns playing or watching this one game, and it's usually a fighting game. And it's like, it's really the only time I actually socialize. And this is like after hours, mind you. Like after 5 or 6, right after the wow, he can't really punch. Huh, okay. He can only duck, but he can duck, but he can't kick or anything. Wow, that's interesting. Never realized that. But really, yeah. I mean, I sit there and I actually sit down, enjoy the company of plenty of other people who are like-minded. We have a good time, we talk, we joke around, and just like that. Evil bunny girls. So they do exist. They do exist. I do not believe it. They do exist. But yeah, we meet all kinds. And it's quite amazing because, the people who actually show up in at AX, they're actually some cool people. And of course, you got so many weirdos who actually sit around our group. I shouldn't say weirdos, but yeah, they're trolls. Yeah, the same trolls you see on YouTube. And they ask the most asinine questions ever known. And let's say, like last year we were talking about, we were joking around about Kenshiro. So we had this joke. We had this joke about Kenshiro. And this joke was, what was Kenshiro's favorite drink? The answer was, water! Yeah, that was it. That was the joke. Kenshiro's drink was water. But we said, water! But, I really had a good time. And I'm going to have a even better time this year than I did last year. Not to mention the fact that I'm going to be in cosplay. But, I'm just going to have a good time like I do always. Because, 3 days of me actually 3 days of me actually going to play. Well, actually not play, but Yeah, I might as well say that. 3 days of me actually going in and letting my inner otaku out. I'm gonna kick you in the super nuts. Or whatever kind of little nuts you actually have. Because punching proves ineffective here. You wait your turn. There. Now with that, the world is safe. Their action saved Earth. There is no time for rest until evil ceases to exist on Earth. Earth will need them sometime in the future. Yeah, the Supermen. But really, it's only Superman. Just like 8-Man has a clone. 8-Man and 9-Man. But anyway. Isn't it great just to hear the actual theme song again? But yeah, that's my take on comic books in particular. So whether you love it or you hate it, whether you're a fan or a fanboy, just enjoy for what it's worth. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah, I've been Pookie7, and I'm going to enter my initials. And with that, I am out.